And we got the situation here. All them people coming in here. We want to find places for them to go. Just like back in 1940s when we had when we went to war with Japan, while they were signing the peace treaty, and while they were signing the peace treaty saying they weren't going to get in the war, they was bombing the heck out of Pearl Harbor. So there's so many ways they can trick you and get in here on you. Now our Governor Benton, God bless him, and I'm standing behind him. And I hope everybody in Alabama does too. We'll stand behind you with our words, and if we have to, we'll stand behind you with our bodies. But the federal government has no right to telling us that we got to accept and let Syrian refugees come in our country. It's illegal, it's immoral, and it's against my better judgment. Obama, you're an idiot. You've always been an idiot ever since you got into office. I mean, how you even managed to stay in office is beyond me. And I guess I'm just about dumb because I voted for you. But at the time, there was nobody better. So, I guess I can blame myself on that too. You didn't have enough experience. I mean, you live and learn. So, what I need to get to is we just need to go over there and give the Syrian people their home back. And I hate to say this, but right now the only elements over there in Syria are bad elements. ISIS is over there. The only thing short of what we did to Japan was dropping a bomb on Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Well, that's the last resort means. And, our president wasn't scared to do it. They did it. It worked. Japan gave up. And Russia, they thought they was going to jump Billy Badtail and put, basing over there at Panama, right there off the coast of Cuba. And we showed them when we started sending some bombers over to their country, going to wipe their, place off the map. We showed them just how bad they was, because our General MacArthur, he wanted to go ahead and take them over, because he told Congress that there was going to be trouble, and that while they was down weak, that we got to go ahead and take them over. It's in the history books. Look it up. I love history. History's my thing. So that's just like back in November the 4th, 1979, when a group of Iranian students, 500 of them, stormed in the U.S. Embassy and took over 90 hostages, including 66 Americans, and they were released when Ronald Reagan became president in 1981. And now ISIS has already bombed Paris, and they have treated the United States, or threatened the United States, and we need to stand up and take control of this ISIS situation. We have the means to do it. Let's blow them off, them out. I feel for them, I really do, but they deserve what they get. I mean, we didn't ask for no trouble with them. We hadn't bothered them. We hadn't messed with them. The ones the American people need to be getting after was our crooked government. And I keep saying crooked government because y'all know they crooked, but y'all just stand around like, oh, we can't do nothing. We can't do nothing. Yes, we can. They work for us. When y'all learn that they work for us, look here, we voted them in, we can impeach them out. It's called, hey, you're fired. All you got to do is get up enough signatures, and you can fire any senator, any congressman, and the President of the United States of America. Now, I'm glad all y'all hearing this, because, the government is crooked. They're liable to send somebody after to hit me out. I don't care. But at least I'm going to speak my piece. They crooked, and, it's, when the military people take a vow, they swear to, uphold the flag, in the Constitution, and fight both foreign and domestic enemies. And right now we have a domestic enemy in our country, and that's our own government. And I think we need to be fighting them, and we can do it peacefully. We can do just like Martin Luther King did. march up there, millions and millions and millions of people just take off. I mean, because there ain't much jobs out there anyway. And so we just march up there and run them all out. Go to the nearest tree and start hanging them one by one, just like Washington did Benedict Arnold when he betrayed this country. And that's what our politicians is doing to our country, and I believe that's what we need to do to them because they betrayed our country. And I know it sounds radicalism, but sometimes it takes a revolutionary war every 15 years to keep a democracy pure and like it ought to be. And not saying go out here and start up a whole bunch of trouble. Do it peacefully. Impeach them, fire them, just like a regular business person would do that. But getting back on the bombing, I don't want them in this country. We've already got problems with other illegal aliens coming into the country. That's just more illegal aliens that we got to keep up with. I say we just go in there, sort of just use daisy cutters and just wipe Syria halfway off them out. And along with that, we can use Syrian and mustard gas and finish off the rest of them. And people say, "Well, man, that's cruel. That is just inhumane." Well, I get it. It is. But so was killing the Christian and beheading him with a sword right in front of the national TV on YouTube every 5 minutes. I think that's cruel too. And don't you know how them people feel sitting there knowing they finna get their head chopped off with a sword? How would you feel? Duh. So I don't have no feelings for them when it comes to that, because they deserve everything they're gonna get. And that's the way I think we ought to do them, is use daisy cutters, mustard gas, and Syrian gas to finish them off. And after that, then step back and ask if you want a little bit more. Now, we got some more stuff in the arsenal that we can bring out that'll really blow your mind. So, on that subject, I would like to end this with a prayer, because like I said, I'm a God-fearing man, and I want to pray for all the wounded soldiers that we have in this country, and I want to thank you with all my heart for doing what you did for this country and not being respected by the United States government and appreciated, but you're respected by the United States people of America. For giving your lives, your legs, your limbs, and part of your mental capacity, for whatever injury you may have. I just want to thank you for what you did for this country, to keep it free, so we might have a chance to get this country back on track by getting a good government in there on both sides. Really, there shouldn't even be no Republicans or Democrats. There ought to be one Congress, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all, just like our forefathers meant for it to be. And so, with this note, I'm going to say a prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day, Lord, our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thy is the kingdom, the power, the glory, forever and ever. Amen. God bless America. God bless you. Write your congressman. Call them. Tell them you don't want this. You're not going to stand for this. If they find out they voted on this, they're jobless. Period. And just stand up. Get some, I don't want to say the word because it's nasty, but get some in you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. So, God bless everybody, and you have a good night.